Daily drive-by. Back at it again. Damn, Daniel. I don't know if y'all have watched some of the podcasts recently, but I am on this quest to conquer every fucking dream that I have, every single goal that I have, every single aspiration, desire, anything that is inspiring me, has inspired me in the past. I want to go after, I'm going to go after, and I'm going to achieve it, because one thing that I know is that I have said a lot of things over the years. And although I stick to them, do I really put the needed effort and attention in to see it on the backside, to see the return, to advance, to elevate, to grow? So what I mean by this is, let me give you some self-examples. And if you haven't seen in the podcast, it's going to be coming out. It's not out yet. So this is giving you a little sneak peek of a very heartfelt message to myself about what I want in this world. So I have struggled putting out content consistently and have given up on it outside of the podcast because I just haven't found this spark or this drive or this motivation around it. And it didn't even have to be me filming. Like, I've tried filming myself in the gym. I fucking hated it. I've tried filming basics 100 videos and I quit on those. I tried filming what other content? Daily drive-bys, and I haven't remained consistent with those. Like, it comes and goes, it ebbs, it flows, and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of committing to something and then stopping because in my head I make up excuses or I say why I'm not doing it. Like, I need to stick to it. I need to be consistent with it, because there's a lot of great habits. I talk about habits all the time. I preach on habits, on how they are the key foundation to see anything in life. Weight loss, mental health success, a new job, girlfriend, boyfriend. Like, literally, habits can change your lifestyle by doing small things daily, building on those, growing on those, compounding on those. And so my lifestyle has a lot of great habits in it. I wake up early more days than I don't throughout the year. I eat healthy more days than I don't throughout the year. I work out more days than I don't out of the year. I write newsletters consistently every other week. I preach this gospel of what I believe in to make people live a healthier, happier lifestyle. And I live that day in and day out. I truly do. But with balance. Because I want to enjoy those beers with my friends, because I want to enjoy Sunday football, Saturday football, because I want to go on vacations, because I want to see the world and explore and do all these different things. And so I have these great habits that balance out with a lifestyle. Now, there are times where I might be training for something that I haven't stuck to a training thing as closely as I should, and maybe I was a little more lax. But in the end, like, what am I trying to get out of that? Is it completing it, or is it trying to elevate to qualify for something? And mine has always been to finish, to have fun, to get better, to do a challenge. And so I look at that, and some people might have their own opinion on it, but at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck, because I'm doing what I want and challenging myself in the ways that I want to. And that's what's important. It's not getting caught up in what other people want for you, but what you want for yourself. And so I am on this quest to continue to live these habits out, to build upon these habits, to get better at these habits while still enjoying life and not restricting myself so much that is unrealistic. Restricting yourself, and we've all been there, restricting ourselves of the junk food, of the fast food, of the going out to dinners, of taking something out of our diet. But what restriction does is provide resistance and makes you turn back to what you were doing. So take this for an example. If somebody tells you you can't have something, what do? You want that fucking thing even worse. And so what I'm getting at is that when we make huge changes in our lives to stop eating junk food, to only eat in, to not be social for a month to save money, to stop drinking, it puts a pressure on us that isn't needed. It puts a pressure on us because we think that that's the only way to achieve said goal, said thing, and it's not. And so, through my habits, I want to demonstrate those to build a community. And this is what I need to remember. And I'm saying this out loud because I told you guys this. These aren't only for me to hopefully inspire somebody and drive somebody to go after and achieve something, but this is me getting thoughts out of my head, off of my head, however you want to call it, and putting them out there so that way I hear things, stick to things, develop, grow, and realize that things change constantly. And so I heard this quote today on the Nick Bare podcast, and the guy was talking about, that he had on, was talking about building a community through social media, not a following. And that just made a light bulb go off in my head, because as I'm posting and as I've been posting, I've told people, I'm not doing this because I want 1 million followers. I'm not doing this because I want to be an influencer. And they're like, well, yes, you are, because you're posting videos online. But what I need to remember, and what's so important, is nowadays social media is such a big driving force and such a big thing that people are consuming, that what I need to do is stay true to myself when forming and building content and creating it, but realizing that I'm trying to build a community, not a following. And so what is that? Okay, you build a community, it's the same thing, you're gaining followers. No, it's different. It's different. While I'm training for an Ironman, there might be people that completely get vested into the DTI lifestyle of me training for this Ironman. And what that's going to do is that's going to get them excited. That's going to get them honed in. That's going to get them wanting to know what that journey is looking like for me, where I'm at in that process, the struggles, the good, the bad, the ugly, the things that I'm working on, the things that I'm doing really well. They're going to get bought into that, which is then going to bring them into that DTI community, because now they're going to be like, oh, I can listen to the podcast. Oh, now I can get involved because I can join their community. Oh, now I can get involved because they're coming to my hometown to do a race. Oh, now I can get involved because there's somebody else that's following or in the DTI community that lives in my hometown. So now we can go and do stuff. And what I often forget is that it takes time, and there's got to be a direction and a place you're going. So what I have to do and what I have to remember is that I have to authentically show the habits that I have in place, that I've instilled in my life, that I've worked for in my life, that have got me out of my darkest times, that have helped me get other people out of their darkest times, that have helped me get people off medication, that have helped me get people out of therapy. Not because any of those things are needed or a part of like this process, but because they got themselves to a point where they're now happier and healthier in life. And they form these habits, they form these routines, they form these lifestyles that's allowing them to now go out and be free. Let the shackles off of them, take the handcuffs off of them, and go out and truly live the life that they want through the habits that they instilled. You know, as we take on clients, I might be giving them, and we might be giving them a roadmap of what success look like, what you want to start with and then build to. But all we can do is give them that roadmap. We can't have them get up every single day and go to the gym. We can't have them get up every single day and go get their steps. We can't wake up every single day and make sure that they don't drink that pop, go get that fast food. We can't make sure that they roll out of bed earlier than 8 o'clock just in time to clock in on their computer. All of that is done through them. We just give them the roadmap. And what I want to do is give my roadmap, give this roadmap of things that I've created, curated, and done in my life to get me over, through, under, whatever it is, situation that I went through in life. Give this world that roadmap so that way they can follow it. Y'all, I'm not doing this for millions of dollars. I'm not doing this to get the biggest clout, the biggest fame. I'm doing this because I want people to live their life happier and healthier. Because this world is so stagnant. There's a metric that I shared on the podcast from Dr. Lyon that said like 6 to 8% of people meet the resistance training requirement for what you should be doing and what your body needs to just perform and be healthier. She said on that episode of the Diary of a CEO, Dr. Lyon said, that 50% of people who don't have the proper skeletal muscle, aka if you have 50% or less of the skeletal muscle you're supposed to have on your body, you are 50% more likely, 50%, 50, more likely to get all-cause disease. Whatever that looks like, cardiovascular, an illness, a sickness, whatever, like all-cause disease. So any disease, you are 50% more likely to get one of those if you live a sedentary lifestyle and have 50% less of the muscle structure that you should have on your skeletal system. Said like 75% of people are living a sedentary lifestyle. You're telling me out of this entire world that more than 75% of people are living a sedentary lifestyle, and I'm over here saying, oh, I can't post on social media because it's not for me, and I'm going to grow a different way. All I got to do is film the stuff that I'm doing day in and day out. And you guys, I am not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I have all the best habits in place and all the best, but what I do know is that I have a lot of good habits in place. And the only way for me to share those and showcase those to the world every single day, to reach people that I can't reach people locally, is posting on social media and remaining true to my message, my values, my beliefs, my habits, and showcasing those through the different things that I'm doing. My day-to-day living, my Ironman training, my vacation habits, and even showing them that it's okay to just step back, enjoy life, and go have fun for an evening, for an afternoon, whatever that is. And so as I've been battling in my head, and I'm not lying to you guys, I'm battling because I will curate this DTI lifestyle for the world to know. The world will know about the DTI lifestyle. The lifestyle of building, forming, and establishing sound habits in your life. Small habits that you do day in and day out that compound and build to the big picture. You want to lose 100 pounds. It's not going to happen in 3 months. And if it does, you're going to resort back to your old ways at some point. What we are trying to do is build habits that last a lifetime. And I will make sure with every ounce of me that the DTI lifestyle impacts one person a day, that then leads to another person, that then leads to another person. And it's got to start with me in the freaking front of the train right now, going down the tracks, to be able to spread that message, spread that awareness, so that way people can join in and feel a part of a community, because there's so many people out there right now that aren't surrounded by people that are setting a good example. So then they fall into those habits, those ways, those things, and they become that. People need an outlet in this world. People need something that's a positive motivation, positive influence. And I want that to be me. And the only way that I can get better is if I start. And guess what? I've started. So the only way that this can grow and be better and get better is through consistency, because consistency compounds. More videos, better editing, better cameras, better engagement, more engagement, whatever that is. So that way this DTI lifestyle gets spread out to the world, gets spread out to every single person to just start living a happier, healthier life. Just start. Through small daily habits. You eat out every single day? Cool. Keep eating out every single day except once. And that one, cook at home. You done that for a little bit? Cool. Eat out every single day except for 2. Oh, you drink 10 pops a day? Hey, let's try and sub out 3 of those with a diet pop and then 2 of those with a water. So now you're having 5 regular pops, 3 diet, and 2 waters. Why the fuck would you have them drink diet pop and not regular? They're both bad for you. Yeah, but there's not as much sugar. Oh yeah, well there's other sugar in diet. It's not the point. You guys start small. So my promise to you is that I am building a community where people can have that unity to feel a part of something, to feel energized, to be surrounded around the right people. So that way they stay motivated, they stay driven to work on those daily habits, to work on those daily things every single day. And then from there, we build, grow, and conquer, baby, where we're going to have 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 500, and thousands of people one day all together for the DTI lifestyle that brought us together. We are building a community. We're not building a following. This isn't something that I want to build and just let it go and have it fall off one day. This is something that needs to be talked about. These are things that we need to do so that way this world is a happier, healthier place because of the people in it. That way those people that are in this community are then sharing it outside of the community to get other people energized. Man, DTI lifestyle got me here. Man, I created this DTI memory. Man, this DTI lifestyle, I hear it, I get goosebumps. And that's how I know, and this is why I know that I gotta stick to plan. But it first starts with me to go out there and push this content. And I'm only talking about me. Me and D-Thack, me and Dylan, we talked about this in the podcast episodes you see. And I told him, I was like, this isn't something that I need to talk about a lot. This isn't something that I need to be like, oh, I'm doing it this time. I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. And I'm going to stick to it. No, it starts and ends with me. So it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing around me. It doesn't matter what Dylan's doing. It doesn't matter what fucking my best friends are doing. It starts and ends with me right now. This is a battle that I got to take on by myself for my own accountability's sake. One of those things where you say you're going to do something, just go out and do it. It doesn't need to be talked about. It doesn't need to be preached. It doesn't. And so I'm making this video solely for the purpose of letting y'all know that we're building a community, not a following. We're building something that people are going to want to be a part of. And through the content that I've released recently and what I'm going to continue to release, we're going to learn and see how this goes. And so it's going to be a journey. So I'm putting it out there. That's the reason for this video. And realize that I'm focusing on me right now before I can focus on other factors. I got to prove it to myself before those other factors play in. And I'll leave it at this. One of the things that they said in that episode was that when you start doing things for yourself and living for yourself and making content for yourself and around that, the things that you're passionate about, it will start to fall in place. You will see more of this. You will see more of that. You will see more of this. He said, but it's the people that are making content that they think people want them to make of themselves, but then they get stuck in a trap and they can't get out of it because now that's their identity. What I will be releasing, posting, doing is truly focused around this lifestyle that I want to curate for this world to see and this world to join in and be a part of the DTI community that's going to keep on growing, living strong, and just building day over day, week over week, month over month, year over year. And so with that, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, listening. And if you haven't liked this video, just like it. Maybe it'll reach more people and then they can hear about the DTI community, be like, what the fuck is this? And then start following the podcast, the newsletter, and all those different things. So from me to you, go after, tackle your dreams, find that community that you want to be a part of. And if it's not DTI, it will be one day, baby. We rocking, we rolling. Hold yourself accountable to the things that you fucking say. Live your best life. And that's all I got for you. It's on, baby. Sorry about that. Love y'all. Peace.